circulating online shows the shocking view from inside a semi as a minivan slams into the trailer and wedges underneath.
So 3 innocent people lost their lives in Florida, and the driver accused of causing it, an illegal immigrant with a commercial truck license he never should have had. Today, Marco Rubio announced that effective immediately, he's pausing worker visas for truck drivers.
Hello, 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 my lovelies. It's Pebbles Hall here. Thank you for stopping by. I come forth to you to bring you breaking news, okay? Breaking news just happened a few hours ago. The U.S. government decides to freeze U.S. visa for all truck drivers. You heard me. The U.S. government has decided that they're going to freeze. They froze, I shouldn't say they're going to, they froze U.S. visas for all truck drivers. And this was delivered today by Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio has said that the increasing number of foreign drivers operating large tractor trailers, trucks on U.S. roads is endangering the lives of American people. He also says that it is undercutting the livelihood of American truckers. And this has come about because of what happened in Florida recently, where the Indian man who was driving a huge tractor trailer decided to do a U-turn in the middle of a busy highway or freeway. And it caused 3 people to lose their lives. So, Marco Rubio decided that, you know what? Enough is enough. We are going to freeze. Well, it's temporary, but I think they are doing this because of what happened in Florida. But it is sad that they have taken a reactive approach and not a proactive approach. This thing had to happen. People had to lose their lives before they decided, you know what, we need to look into these visas, work visas that we are giving to people who literally don't speak English. And it's not just about the truck drivers either. They need to look into these Uber drivers and these Lyft drivers. I'm sorry, guys. Please do not come for me for saying this. But sometimes it's really, really frustrating. You get into a Lyft, you get into an Uber, and you try to speak English. You try to tell them, where you're going, and they don't understand a word of what you're saying. But yet these people pass an English driving test. How? I don't know. So all of these things should be mandatory before, they issue these driver's license or issue these license to foreigners. I'm sorry. They should make it mandatory that they can speak English. It's just the truth. I don't care who wants to get upset at me for saying it, but it is the truth. You can't be in an English-speaking country with a driver's license and you can't speak English, you can't read the signs because you don't know English. And this is what happened with this guy in Florida. So let me get into the story about the guy in Florida, this truck driver. An Indian immigrant is accused of unaliving 3 people in a crash when he made an illegal U-turn across a Florida highway.
Here's more about the driver. Harjinder Singh is accused of killing 3 people in a minivan in Florida after you showed the video after attempting an illegal U-turn through a highway last week in Fort Pierce, marked official use only, with his massive tractor trailer blocking the highway of a 4-lane highway. And the 28-year-old illegal alien faces deportation and 3 counts of homicide. The trucking company is also under review. And guys, that accident happened just an hour north of Palm Beach in Mar-a-Lago.
My heart hurt when I saw that video. My heart really and truly hurt when I saw that video of him turning. And if it wasn't bad enough that the minivan couldn't stop because they didn't realize that this man was going to turn a huge tractor trailer on a highway. And so they ran right into the tractor trailer. And I will leave all the clips here for you guys to see. But the look on the driver's face, I can't get it out of my head. Like, he had no emotions. No emotions after realizing that he took the lives of 3 people by doing something stupid. He had no emotion on his face. None. No remorse whatsoever. And I can't get that out of my head.
My husband is a truck driver. I think we are now about to approach up to 20 years now that he's been a truck driver, and he has told me so many stories. Okay, but one thing that he said that he prioritized when it comes to driving is his safety and other people's safety, because just like he want to make it back home to his family, he wants people to make it back home to their family. But another thing that he tells me too is that people nowadays just get thrown their CDLs. They don't have the proper training. And then you have people coming from other countries over here that don't know how to read our signs. They make up their own rules and they do what they want to do. And then accidents like this happen. And he said most of the accidents like that happen is from people just doing what they want to do. And it is so sad because in that situation, that's exactly what he did. He did what he wanted to do, and it caused 3 people to lose their life. And the crazy thing to me is not only did he make that illegal U-turn, I mean, he had no care in the world. I seen the clip, and then the car that ran into him, it was no sense no sense of urgency from him. He seen when the car hit him. He literally looked, and then it was it. Like, no sense of urgency, no hopping out, no nothing. Okay? And then there was another picture of him when he was just standing there outside of the truck, just standing there. Like, nothing. Like, you just did not care. You know what I'm saying? Well, obviously the care was not there for you to do that illegal U-turn anyway, right? And then my thing is, I looked at different people, creators talking about this, and I look in the comments. I always look in the comments because the creator put their opinion up there, but I like to see what other people think too. I look in the comments, and to my surprise, there's so many people that's defending the truck driver. Like, one comment that I seen, a person said, oh, well, did the vehicle not see the truck turning? Are we serious? First and foremost, we're not even about to play victim. We're not about to do victim blaming. We're not going to do that, okay? Because we got to think about what was going on at that moment. He did a U-turn, okay? He did not care about any of the traffic that was coming. And then from the time that he was doing that U-turn to the time that vehicle was coming, you can tell that vehicle did try to slow down. It just couldn't slow down in time. We're not about to act like what he did, everybody else should have followed suit. Absolutely not.
Now, it is said that, I think his name is pronounced Hajadar Singh, is from India. He crossed the border via Mexico a few years ago, I think in 2018. He was caught, but was released after, what they say, they're all coming in through the border and everybody is trying to seek asylum. Oh, I'm wanted in my country. They will kill me if I go back to my country. I can't go back to my country. They will unalive me. My country is so bad. I am gay. I'm gay. I'm gay. I can't go back and they don't like us there. True story. I know people who have done that. Yes. Pretend and fake it. Hey, you got to fake it before you can make it. I'm not knocking people for that, but I'm just saying this is what he did, and this is how he got into America. All right? Like I said, he was caught, and he was released after he told them, concoct some fake stories to tell them how he can't go back to his country. He was recently granted commercial driver's license in California and Washington State. He flunked the English test and the road test badly that they recently gave him. I guess after this accident, they had to say, well, this guy can't speak English. Here we are, we're talking to him, and he can't speak English. Yet he is in this country driving a tractor trailer on a busy highway. Can't read signs because he doesn't understand English. So after all this happened, they gave him an English test. And of the 12 questions, he got 2 correct. 2 out of 12. So he didn't understand, like, the signs and stuff. He couldn't understand. He failed a lot of that, like the signs. He didn't know what they were for. Apparently, it is alleged that he got his license under the table. So now they're investigating. How did this man, how was he able to get a driver's license when the driving test is administered in English. It's not making any sense. You know, if you're administering a driving test in English and this person doesn't speak English, there is no way they could pass that test. So he flunked the test, or someone sat in and did the test for him, or it was a fake license. But some way, somehow, he got the license. And now there's a huge investigation into how he got this license. There's also a huge investigation into the company that hired him out of California. So this accident happened in Florida, but the company that he's working for is in California. As I said, the crash was preventable. Perhaps if he knew English, he would have realized that, hey, I can't turn this truck here. It's an illegal turn. But he didn't know any sort of English, So this was directly caused by recklessness and his inability to speak or understand English, and a bad decision. First of all, there were two of them in the tractor trailer. I don't think any of them spoke English. They both look relaxed and stone-faced after the accident. So, but even if you can't speak English and there's an accident that you caused, and you realize that by looking at the vehicle that hit the trailer, you're going to realize now that these people are not going to come out of this minivan alive, and you just stand there with this look on your face like, so what? I don't care. He was arrested and charged for vehicular manslaughter, and I think he was in court sometime today. So I will leave all the clips here for you guys to see what happened and how he is being treated. I'm pretty sure that he will be deported after serving his time, because it's 3 people that passed away, not 1, 3 people.
28-year-old Harjinder Singh, an Indian national who crossed over to the U.S. through the Mexican border illegally. He was arrested 2 days later. This was back in 2018, but then was released to allow him to go through the courts because he was claiming that he was living in fear of returning back to his country of origin. He is expected to be returned to Florida later this week to face prosecution for state charges of vehicular homicide. Singh, who's being held without bail in San Joaquin County, California, appeared in court with an interpreter yesterday. He agreed to sign paperwork for his extradition, and Florida authorities must pick him up by August 27. Singh was driving on Florida's turnpike last week when authorities say he attempted an illegal U-turn, blocking oncoming traffic. A minivan slammed into the trailer, killing 3 Florida residents inside. Following the wreck, investigators with the U.S. Department of Transportation gave Singh an English language proficiency test. According to a DOT press release, the driver failed the assessment, providing correct responses to just 2 of 12 verbal questions and only accurately identifying 1 of 4 highway traffic signs. Because Singh, who entered the U.S. from Mexico in 2018, is an asylum seeker from India, the DOT says Washington State violated federal guidelines by issuing him a full-term commercial driver's license in 2023. And they say New Mexico State Police appear to have failed to assess his English skills during a roadside inspection earlier this year. Additionally, the DOT says it's investigating whether California acted within federal guidelines when it issued Singh a limited-term CDL in 2024.
You have people that are in Congress that are complaining about what happened, and while I appreciate the sympathy, it's like, you guys have the power of the purse. You can discipline these states that don't follow the law and incentivize law breaking.
And Singh was driving for California-based White Hawk Carriers Incorporated. DOT officials say that company is part of their investigation, Josh.
And Jonathan, what do we know about the status of the trucking company altogether?
Yeah, well, we looked at DOT records. According to DOT records over the past 24 months, there are no previous records.
Yeah, no emotions whatsoever. And tell me what you think about this. Tell me if you think that this would have been avoidable had this man known how to speak English. Tell me what you think, how you think he got his driver's license, if you think he purchased his driver's license. And tell me what you think in the comment section if what Marco Rubio is doing by pausing the work permits on, you know, CDL license or truck drivers, for truck drivers. Tell me if you think that he's right for doing that at this time until further investigation, or he's just doing too much. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you for watching me as always, and this is a quick video, but please like and share the video and watch the video to the end as usual. You know how the algorithm works. Let me bring this channel back to life because it appears that it is dying. See you in my next video. Ta-ta.